Moriyama and Teshima Architects is world-renowned for design excellence. Now, if you want to know what drives their work, just check out their office in Yorkville. You see, their office and their designs are one and the same. Trust me, you'll see what I mean.
And what I've found is that because the space is set up as a kind of an open, malleable, multi-flexible kind of space, the ability for us to be able to talk to other people at any time has a kind of an incremental and daily effect on the work that we do.
At the office of Moriyama and Teshima Architects, it's the environment that guides the designs. Although it may not be apparent at first, a walk through number 32 Davenport Road will reveal what both inspires and unites their work, from the Havergal College Junior School to the National Museum in Saudi Arabia. Before the Davenport Road address was acquired, Raymond Moriyama was already an established architect working in Toronto. Educated at the University of Toronto's School of Architecture, Moriyama opened up a sole practice at 71 Yorkville Avenue in 1958. The young architect's self-proclaimed love affair with nature fueled the firm's designs. Within just a few years, there was new staff, including future partner Ted Teshima, new projects, and changes in office location. But by the early 1960s, it was time to find a permanent office, and the firm seriously considered relocating abroad.
You know what? It's a good thing they didn't move, because we wouldn't have remarkable designs like the Batashu Museum and the Ontario Science Centre, and they would have missed out on turning an old gas station into their office.
At the time, it was a recycled old 1923 service station. And what kind of triggered me was I liked the symbolism and the metaphor of a service station for an architectural office, because our office and our practice is essentially one oriented to service. So I thought it was just perfect.
The design team studied the history of the site. The corner of Davenport and McMurrick blossomed in the early 1880s as part of the growing Yorkville neighborhood. By the early 1920s, the northwest corner housed a garage. Later, the building was used by the CBC during the royal visit of 1939. In 1966, 32 Davenport Road reopened as a studio after renovations and a major expansion to the back of the building. Moriyama's concept for how the studio should look revolved around the integrity of his workers.
For Moriyama, integrity had to do with living up to one's potential. He demanded the most from his staff, but at the same time, he believed each individual should be given an environment to reinforce their integrity. So my question is, how do you build something like integrity into the walls?
For one, he believed that individuals would benefit from an environment that fused the past with the present.
In 1923, there was no hydraulic jack. They used to, go down under the car and, work. So if you look at the lobby, there's a large window, which was the overhead door, and where cars used to come in. And we sort of turned the old grease pit into a pond.
Outside, a courtyard was designed to welcome visitors while symbolizing the company's overall spirit. Landscaping allowed plants to run their natural course. Surrounding trees, rather than being taken down, became an integral part of the design. In addition, a stone wall was built around the front of the office to drown out downtown noise.
You might be surprised at just how large the office of Moriyama and Teshima really is, but it's not revealed when you first walk in. The lobby is intimate and soothing. And for me, it's different than your typical office. They have a pond with several Canadian koi right here in the lobby.
As you cross over the 600-pound stone bridge, you'll find the conference rooms. The main room has cedar beams and a Japanese-inspired tapestry, creating a tranquil atmosphere to make workers and clients feel at ease. From here, one enters the massive multi-level studio space built in the 1960s.
They were designed originally as open studios. They were designed with north light. They were designed for paper and pencil and drafting boards when that kind of light was actually quite important for a good ambient viewing level. And they were designed to allow teams to break up and move and shift so that we could work with different groups on different projects.
The design called for 9 entirely unique levels to inspire creativity, promote a healthy environment, and increase communication among workers.
I think there's some basic health benefits from the way this office has been designed. I like the changing sunlight. I like the views out. I really like the fact that we're on 9 different levels, and to get a coffee, I've got to go up 3 floors. I think that's terrific because it constantly keeps me in motion. It's like recreation in a certain way, and when you're here 18 hours a day or whatever, you know, that really pays off.
To encourage exploration, no 2 spaces were made the same, and names were intentionally not assigned to spaces. In addition, the split levels allowed architects to critique their work from different perspectives.
Good design is about honesty and about integrity of design as well. So it's very important that we do not limit people in terms of what they potentially can offer.
The open concept layout was meant to increase contact among individuals.
Other than fire doors, we really are a door-free environment. So people really do understand that we try to keep open communication, and that we I guess, mentally as well, we try to keep a kind of idea of people being free to come visit and chat about anything at any time with the partners.
The office was filled with natural elements to give staff a sense of calm and emphasize their fundamental connection to nature. There were large windows allowing light to flood in, wood accents, and plenty of plants, many of which have been here since the beginning. The indoor-outdoor pond acted as a natural humidifier for the office.
The influence of nature in our work is really an ongoing discovery. Every year we learn more and we find new ways of applying what is really a basic attitude. Many of the times we go back to what nature is telling us about the place, the sun, the climate, the wind, what plants are growing there without help. And we try to find those secrets and bring them forward in what we are doing.
When you step outside, it strikes you that this building is as alive as the trees around it. And in fact, it's all part of the same ecosystem. That's precisely what this design on the east wall stands for. It caused quite a stir when it was first painted in the 1960s.
The interesting thing about that super graphics is when we first did it, the neighbors around the place complained that we're just desecrating the whole area. Now they come to us and say, don't change it. You know, like we love it. And so it's interesting how perception and acceptance changes.
Since opening in 1966, 32 Davenport Road continues to inspire the firm's designs and its designers.
What is now the Ottawa City Hall, there's a big central water element to it. I don't think that would be there if it wasn't for the fact that we actually have this kind of water element in this office.
At the end of it all, you're left with this incredible sense of regeneration. And that's exactly what the firm's designs show. So the next time you come across a Moriyama and Teshima creation, hopefully you have a greater understanding for what they're all about. Deadlines. Yeah, Tim here. Yes, sir. No problem. On your desk for Friday. Okay, bye.